Hey everybody, JCB here with The Awesomeness, and you're watching The Awesomeness YouTube channel. Longtime Awesomeites will know that this is the time of year that typically my wife and I visit and explore a brand new Six Flags theme park as part of our anniversary tradition. So far we've been to Magic Mountain, Discovery Kingdom, Six Flags Over Texas, Six Flags Fiesta Texas, and Six Flags St. Louis. We haven't gone too far east of the Mississippi, which is where all of the rest of the Six Flags theme parks are, more or less. Our original plan for this year was to go to Pennsylvania, and the idea was we'd get to see Philadelphia. We have a friend who lives near there. We wanted to see Hershey Park because we had heard that that place is amazing and is definitely on my to-do list. But mainly, we wanted to go to Six Flags America, which from what I heard isn't a great park, but it's right there by DC, so we could jump into DC and visit cool sites there if we had time and if it wasn't too much of a hassle. We wanted to combine all of these things because I've heard the Six Flags America isn't all that great on its own. But the goal is to eventually visit them all, so why not get it out of the way? The problem is it's 2020 and everything's FUBAR. And as a result, not very many Six Flags parks are open yet. Even my home park, Magic Mountain, isn't open, and California did relatively well during the whole COVID-19 crisis. I mean, you know, all things considered. Anyway, normally at this time of year, I'd be doing a video talking about which park should I visit and asking you guys for feedback on what park's good, which parks are not so good, what rides should I look forward to, and just trying to figure it out. Or maybe even posting a video at this point about what the final decision was. But this year, there's not really a choice to be made. Eliminating the standalone water parks because why fly across the country to go down a water slide? You still have Six Flags Over Texas, which we've already been to many, many times. And don't get me wrong, it's a great park, but we have family and friends near there, and we'll probably find ourselves in the area at some point other than our anniversary. I have no doubt I'll be back at Six Flags Over Texas before too long, and so even though it is one of the few parks that's open, it doesn't seem like it's worth spending our one anniversary trip for this year on that park specifically. The same is true of Frontier City, which I haven't been to, but my wife has, and she says it was just sort of okay. But more importantly, she has family in Oklahoma, so odds are we'll end up there at some other time, also not really making it worth a standalone trip. Six Flags Fiesta Texas was beautiful, and I would have ranked it really high among the top parks that I've been to. But I don't know if I'm done being angry with them yet about what happened with that pervy kid and my underage daughter. We considered a repeat of Missouri since Silver Dollar City was such a blast, but Six Flags St. Louis was kind of underwhelming, and neither park has any new rides worth flying all the way out there for. Plus, we were just there 2 years ago, and I know you guys look forward to a video about experiencing a new park. So obviously Six Flags Over Georgia seemed like the perfect choice. It's somewhere new, which is the most important thing to me and my viewers. It's officially open, and I've heard it's pretty decent. The problem is the cost of flying out to Atlanta. You see, Six Flags Over Georgia just reopened, so there was no way for anyone to know which parks would reopen first or when that would be, like way back in April or May, which is the only way to really get cheap airline tickets, booking months in advance. Georgia just reopened. Our anniversary is June 27th, which means we had no chance of booking ahead of time and saving any kind of money. As of this recording, a flight for 2 people economy class to Atlanta, Georgia from where we live is right about $1,200. And that was regardless of which of the 3 airports we live semi-close to we tried to use and which airline we tried to use. It didn't really seem to matter. Tickets per person were like $600 and something, no matter what. And that's just kind of insane when you consider you also need a rental car to get to and from the park. You need a place to stay, be it a hotel or an Airbnb. You need to pay for gas and food and anything else you might want to do while you're actually on vacation. It just adds up to an insane amount that just doesn't seem doable. And you'll remember last year our plans kind of got screwed over because we had to pay way more in taxes than we were expecting. So instead of going to a new Six Flags park, we went to San Francisco and a repeat visit to Discovery Kingdom. We also did stop by California's Great America though, which was awesome. And don't get me wrong, I had a blast on that trip. It was a lot of fun. But we did it because it was cheap and we could do it last minute. It wouldn't have been our first choice. And it kind of sucks this year that our plan is also kind of just getting screwed, even though we accounted for paying higher taxes this year. And there's just this whole gigantic global pandemic just screwing everything up. And I'm not the only one, and by all means do not feel bad for me at all. Like, there are people that have it way worse than me. I'm lucky I still have a job post-COVID. So this is not what this video is about. Like, this is not a everybody feel bad for me. This is actually just kind of an announcement video, really. You see, we find ourselves in a bit of a pickle. Our boss is so nice, we could probably request to postpone our days off until July or whenever airline tickets are cheap again. But where do we book tickets for? We could book for Six Flags Over Georgia, but what if we find out a more affordable park to visit reopens on Independence Day? Nobody knows when anything is opening, and that makes it really hard to plan anything. The fact that nobody can plan trips out of state because nobody knows anything is going to make post-COVID recovery of theme parks especially tough. And who's to say this window of opportunity where theme parks are reopening isn't about to slam shut again? I mean, a sudden spike in COVID-19 cases could cause states to start shutting back down. It's 2020, like anything goes. Like literally Florida could sink into the ocean, taking half of Georgia with it. Independence Day could become the movie Independence Day. So it makes me sad to say it, but I don't think we're going to be able to visit a new Six Flags park this year. Instead, we're going to Dollywood. That's right, the world famous theme park of America's sweetheart, Dolly Parton. It's open for business, and I found some cheap flights out to Knoxville and back. So we're heading to Dollywood. Make sure you leave a comment down below. Let me know which rides are must rides, what to look out for, any information you can give me at all, because I have never been to Tennessee, let alone Dollywood. Let me know down below what I should do, what I should look for, what you think about it. Who knows, maybe the stars will align and we'll be able to drive down to Atlanta and visit Six Flags Over Georgia for a day, fulfilling our anniversary tradition. Either way, hopefully next year things will be more normal. We can continue our tradition of visiting a new Six Flags theme park every anniversary. Anyway, I'm almost on summer break. I just have a couple of things I have to finish up at work on campus. Then I'll be off for the summer. My plan is to post part 2 of my trip to Sequoia, which we took last year, onto my channel sometime between now and before I leave for Dollywood, just because I know if I wait too long, it won't go up till after we get back, and that's just too long of a gap. So I'm gonna try to get that up as soon as I can. I kind of took a break there. Things are getting kind of crazy in the world, so kind of took a small little break and a breather. But anyway, I'll post that up as soon as it's done. I am still working on that. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, keep being awesome. I also want to touch on the rumor of an RMC Raptor coming to Six Flags Magic Mountain. Basically, permits were pulled at Magic Mountain to build what is essentially a modified clone of the Jersey Devil coaster. The rumor is that it'll use Green Lantern's old loading bay, travel towards Battle for Metropolis, do some crazy stuff, then come right back to the Green Lantern loading bay at the end.